Hello, hello, hello. What ho! Welcome back to another exciting adventure of The Plain Truth. I'm your host, Travis Finley. I've got a beautiful picture right here of the red roof house. This is going to be a long video, and this is just a beautiful shot. Look at the beauty of this foliage. It's just beautiful. In case you don't know, this is my marker where I frame my shot. This antenna or radio tower is always going to be in the top left corner. This is full optical zoom. Okay, so this is as steady as I can get it. I try to go click as soon as it gets as oriented as that. We have a severe inferior mirage, and the part of the reason why I'm saying that it's severe is that we have a pavilion over here, a picnic pavilion, and you can just barely see the smidgen of the roof, which means that the rest of it is swallowed up. But here, this house, you can clearly see that we almost have a full inverted image. This top part here, this top part here is reflected down here, and if I raised my observation, we would be able to see the entire building. When it is this severe of refraction for this inferior mirage, this line here where the water apparently ends, that line right there is going to be very close to us. I don't even know what the distance would be, but it's going to be very close. And then the rest of the distance is behind the mirage here to the house. The shoreline is right here. The boat dock is right here. The shoreline is over here. You can't see it, but it's there physically. This is just a gorgeous shot. I think that this is a bird right here. But anyway, we're going to be looking at some footage and talking about it. So sit back, relax, grab your coffee and snacks. Shout out to James versus Cinema. Alright, let me drop this down. Boop. Get to this video. This is from Jesse Gordon. Jesse's been doing some fantastic observations, and wanted to use his footage here for this one. We have this gas tank back here. We have this target here, and then as I push play, you're going to see the motion of where he's going to orient his camera behind the fish tank. Okay. Alright, so pausing right here. We've got the fish, we've got the gas tank right here. Okay. Oops. Alright, so he has a gradient here of salt water. Got the top of the water here. This is the inverted image here. You can see the tank reflected on this is the surface of the water. It's like if you were underwater, it would look different obviously. But okay, so right now we're looking through this gradient. We have the target here. We have this this gas tank there. And just want to watch and see what happens as he moves through. I feel like I've done this already. Have I done this already? I gotta stop. I'll be right back. Alright, so what we have here is, okay, thanks. What we have here is a proof of concept. Jesse's done a lot of great proof of concepts with a fish tank and water. This one he's showing us a, I'm gonna go back real quick. Okay, so this is outside the tank. We've got a tripod right here. Let me get my pointer finger. Where's my pointer finger? I thought I fixed this. Hold on. I need an image. Let me add this. Add pointer. And sorry about this. I thought I had this done already. Alright, there you go. Pointer finger. See, there you go. That's better. Alright, so we have the tripod right here, and then we've got the target right here. Okay, so what he's going to do is he's going to go behind the medium that he set up with the fish tank. Okay, so you can see right here he's got this thermometer, and it's vertical. The heavier side is on the bottom, the thinner side is on the top. So we've got a density gradient in here. At the bottom of the fish tank, I think he's got salt. Okay, so it's going to be more dense, less dense. So just watch in this area, right here. You will see the effects of refraction on these targets in the background right here. Okay. The fish tank is one medium. It's just water. Okay, but right here, I'm just gonna let it go through. Okay, so what I want to stop and show you right now is this, okay? So again, these targets are on the outside. They're outside. We've got this propane tank here, okay? That's in the distance. Okay, so imagine that this is an island, okay? And you've got this boat out here. Okay, so just watch and see what happens in this area right here. Okay, so right now you've got the tank visible. All right, now you've got this massive stretching and compression here at the top. Okay, the boat hasn't begun to get into that band yet. Okay, so now we can see the two images of the propane tank. There's one here and there's one here. Okay. Okay, so here is the upright, here is the inverted. You see this? Upright, inverted. We've got massive space here, and then it's reverted again down here. This is not the physical target here. This is not the physical target. The physical target is up here. These are going to be inferior mirages. This is going to be very key for the rest of this discussion. So basically, Jesse is proving my claim that all mirages are inferior mirages. He just beat me to the punch in doing it by proof of concept. Okay, so now watch that tank at the top. Now, at this point, because of the angle that we're looking through, now the boat is now being miraged here. Okay, so here we have the top of the tank down here. This is a mirage. This is a mirage. The top of the tank is actually physically up here. Okay? The boat is again up here. It's now being miraged down here. So now what happened to this tank a minute ago is now going to happen to this boat. Now that tank is completely gone. Okay? Now the tank up here, this is where we, if this fish tank were empty, we would see the propane tank right here. Propane tank would be right here. What's happening is what's called internal reflection. Okay, this is internal reflection. So now we have the physical boat, the inverted boat, which is an inferior mirage, and then the reverted boat, which is still another inverted mirage. Okay, so this is a demonstration of an inferior mirage. Look how crisp and clear the bottom boat looks. Look how bright and crisp and clear that boat looks, okay? This is what happens when we look on the internet for these superior mirages. They show us images that look just like this, where the bottom image is the better looking image. This is better than this. This is compressed, this is inverted, this is right side up, so they interpret this as a superior mirage. When they look out on the ocean, we'll just pull up this picture right now. I'm just going to show you. Alright, so in this photograph here, this is interpreted as being a superior mirage, because this apparently is the physical ship. That is not the way I understand this event. The physical ship is actually up here, because you have the inversion here and the reversion here. Okay, you can clearly see over here to the left, you can clearly see this line at the top right here, and it goes all the way across the top. Okay, so this is the band, this is the aether band here. This band of area and space is where the phenomenon happens, okay? So what I'll do real quick, let's see. Can I do that? Do that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just kind of give this a little bit of a comparison here, okay? Oops. Oh, Shinola. How did I do that? I just accidentally clipped that out. There we go. Okay. So just like we have the physical boat right here, the physical ship is here at the top of the event. Then we have the inversion here, we have the inversion here, and then we have a very crisp and clean boat right here that looks like it should be the physical boat, because we can see all of its dimensions, and that's the same thing here. Okay, this is an inferior mirage. The physical ship is up here. We are looking over distance in this image. Okay. So you're so now he's going down lower. So now the way he's looking at this right here is he's angling up. He's like below looking up. Okay? So what we're going to do is go back real quick, because he does a really good job at showing us how internal reflection can make... Okay, now watch. This physical target is going to disappear. Okay? Right here, it starts right here. It starts to double. It splits. And now the physical and the inferior are going to get closer together. Okay, so now you saw right here. Let me back it up again. Okay, you see the distance right here? The distance that the inverted and reverted image, like the space that they're taking up, right? So as it continues to grow, you see it's still one visual unit, right? Still one visual unit. So we have to understand the nuances of the event when we look through the footage that I'm going to show us in a minute. This is not going to be the way all of the events happen, okay? But we have to understand the dynamic that is going on here, that in this space is refraction, and that refraction is creating these images. All right, so it's still they're together, still together, still together. See how it's stretching up, covering space. Okay, now it's going to split. Okay, and as he goes down, it's going to join up here. Okay, and now because of the angles, this part down here is being compressed. But now watch. Where is the physical boat going? Look, the physical boat is up here. It's gone. It's gone. Okay? So we have, again, refraction swallows the light so that we cannot see a physical target that's right here. If I just showed you this image right here, you would not know that physically behind this medium there is a physical target. You can't even see the propane tank, okay? So what we're going to do is go to the next, oh, we'll just go back here again and see it again, okay? There, gone. Okay, he's going to bring it back in now. Again, he's just changing his angle. He's just changing the angle. Yeah, I'm not asking for your input. I am Wilson. Thanks. You're not here to teach us. I'm not asking you questions. Alright. Okay, so now what we have here is Heath Carmody. And since I pulled up Jesse's channel, I'm going to pull up Heath's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Heath, please do so. He's got some great content. Here's Heath's channel here. So what we have here is the same thing as the fish tank demonstration. Here is a larger vertical image. This is not the physical target. This is the physical target. Okay? I even emailed this video to Andrew Thomas Young, asked him what his opinion of this phenomenon. He said it was a Fata Morgana. A Fata Morgana is a superior mirage event, so he is interpreting this as the physical and this as the mirage up here. He is incorrect. I already did a video breaking this down, and I also had an interview with Dr. Rod Nave, and I walked through my explanation with him on this, and he was comfortable with my explanation. Okay, so what we're going to see here is the boat, right? This is the target boat. You can see the wake going behind it. Right here is where the boats come out from behind the land. Here's another boat over here. These boats are going to cross each other, bread and butter. This is the shoreline out back here, not down here. Not down here. So what I said before about the video here is we have an inverted image in this area here, but we can't see it very clearly. But because this is a Fata Morgana, we have the physical image and then the the vertical image down here, but in order to have this vertical image, we have to have another image in between that's inverted, and it's just not very clear for us to see that in that space. It should be right below the other boat, and just like right underneath it. Well, that was it. All right, so this is my footage now. Okay, so what I want you to do, this is the Channel Islands, okay? Oops. Sorry about that. This is the Channel Islands out in Ventura, California. This is the apparent horizon, right? This is the ocean. This is the water. This is the sky. This is the horizon. This is Earth curvature for the globe. Anybody looking out there would say the reason why the water stops is because it's curving the other side. So what do I want to say about this real quick? So one of the things that we need to understand about the Fata Morgana is that the Fata Morgana is a corollary to looming. So what I mean by looming is that we are looking over distance here, and as you can see the waves right here. See how these, you can see the ripples in the waves right here. As soon as you get to this lens here where the dark blue is, and then you even have a purplish right here, right? The appearance of the water is not as distinct in this area, okay? Not as distinct. And this is least distinct, this is less distinct, and then when we get down to the light purple, we can start to be able to see the waves. But when you get to this distance, there's compression. This is all perspective. Shoot, what was the word I was going to say? Forced perspective, foreshortening. This is all foreshortening here, okay? Because we have more and more distance crammed into the space as it goes into the distance, okay? So that's a part of looming. However, in the distance here, we have an active, dynamic inferior mirage, which is the Fata Morgana. A normal inferior mirage is going to be very static. It's not going to change moment by moment, okay? So alright, so now right here we have the horizon that we saw before. We have that horizon, but then below that, right when we get to platform Gina, we start to see this light line go all the way across right here. What is that? That's a mirage. Okay, because if you see right here, the top part, this is the water. You go right over here to the other side, that's the water. Okay, so underneath that is the mirage. Okay, so now we have the platform Gina again with what looks to be like long legs. Okay, these are not long legs. This is the physical target here. These are the legs of Gina. These are the legs of Gina here, inverted. Okay, see this shadow right there? That little line? That's where the physical water actually is. Okay, right there. You see that right there? That is where the physical water actually is. So when you don't see anything over here, you think you're just looking at the sky. No. This part of the sky right above the water right there, that's a mirage. This is a mirage. This is the inversion of these legs right here. So if we had a full image of Gina, we would see her body down here. Okay? You can see her body down here. Alright, I am Wilson. You're just not learning your lesson, bro. See you later. Bye. Alright, M-Ball. I would still like to see you get these shots using a drone at different heights. The problem with that M-Ball is that the drone's not going to have the zoom. You're not going to be able to see this stuff with much better clarity than your own naked eye. So, you know, take that for what it is. All right, so you can see how dynamic this footage is, right? Excuse me. When I was first looking at this, I was thinking that this was towering, right? Because I was assuming that this was the horizon as well. Here's the horizon. Here's the horizon. This is where the legs are getting stretched up. So I was interpreting this as towering up, like stretching the legs up, right? But when I push play, man, I've got a tickle in my throat. When I push play, you're going to see right here at this part, right here at this line, that's the vanishing line for the inferior mirage. You're going to see the dark water come in and out. This is a dynamic inferior mirage, which makes it a Fata Morgana. Big drone with a big camera. Well, start a GoFundMe there, M-Ball. See, right here is where the mirage happens. Right here, all the way across. Right there, right there. Blowing across, right there. So this is an inferior mirage right here. This is an inferior mirage. No doubt about it. No question. Right? This part is a little bit more dynamic. You're going to see a lot more action at the horizon. It looks like a massive wind blowing across. Just look at the pulsation of energy. That's got to be, I don't even know, electromagnetism. That's just got to be, that's not wind. That's not temperature. Okay, so now you can see. Now you can see where it's going to fill in. It's going to fill that in, and the legs are going to be gone, and that's where the water goes, right to the legs. No, I'm not getting a cold. Oh, you got a playlist on it? Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm always looking for some of that. Yeah, I don't know. Funny. The thing about this is that they are interpreting what you can see as sky as the real thing. This ghostly smoke is what's interpreted to be an apparition, but actually the refraction is just simply doing that to the water. All right, so you can clearly see this is where the water is, right here. This right here is up right here in the rigging of the legs. This is an inversion of the body of Gina is down here. It's down here. Well, I mean it's not. But if the mirage were able to develop with more of an obtuse angle, you would then see the full image of. We'll see another one in a little bit. Right, that's what I did for a couple of years. I was interpreting these as towering. Yeah, actually, I'm drinking tea right now. I'm drinking ginger. What else do I have in here? Rosemary and ginger, lemon and lime. What's up, One Big Pond? Okay, so now we've got this target down here, which is I'm interpreting that as being closer to us, but I have no real way of knowing. So here again, this is the water level right here. Look at this. This just blows me away. Right? So all of this space right here is a mirage. This is the real water level right here. Okay, so now, if you were to look out with your naked eye and see this, you would just think that this is sky. That is not sky. That is a mirage. The sky is up here, just like the target of Gina is up here. Right here is where it flips. Right here. This is a mirage. This is a mirage. All right, now this is a full three image Fata Morgana. Okay, so just real quick, because again, if Andrew Thomas Young were to come out here to make this observation, he would assume that this is the horizon. This is the horizon. Therefore, this is the physical target, and this is the superior mirage. Incorrect. Incorrect. Even Andrew Thomas Young will tell you the inferior mirage creates the horizon. Sorry about the finger jumping around. The inferior mirage creates the horizon. So where you see the inferior mirage stop, the water starts. Here's the water stops. That's not sky. That's an inferior mirage. You can clearly see the band in that area. This is where the refraction phenomenon is happening. Okay, so in this image here, we have the top of Gina, we have the inverted image, and then we have the reverted vertical image right here. So just watch right here. You'll see a greater sign. I'll try to point it out. You'll see her rigging. Right there. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so if this were the physical, here is the shoot, what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so you can see right here, there's that right there. Okay, so what I'm saying is that this part right here, the boom, is right here, but it's also right here. And when it's at this point, this is the inversion. And then you can see right here at the top, you can actually see the same shape right here at the top. Right there, those two cranes are right here at the top here. Okay? This is the physical up here, and then you've got this distance right here. This is not a vertical image. Just like we're looking over distance here to the horizon, right? This is closest to us. This is farthest away. This is now closer to us than this up here. This is distance here. This is not a vertical displacement. So now we've got this ship. Okay? So again, my point is that up here is where the physical is. So whatever this is all right up here. Okay? Now remember what I said before, like internal reflection here is swallowing up the entire image, right? We looked at that at the beginning with Jesse's footage. Jesse's footage showed us that the entire target can get compressed and then disappear altogether. If the refraction were well, I guess we can't necessarily lower our perspective the same way Jesse could with the fish tank, but my point is that depending on our view of angle, that would change the entire way that refraction is going to interact with the target. But look, you see right here at the top, you see it glowing right there at the top. The horizon is all the way up here. See how dynamic it looks? See how dynamic that is? Look how fast. That's like a river. Okay? So again we have foreshortening. We've got perspective compression here all the way along, right? More and more distance is crammed into this space. This right here, this white, or I'm sorry, the gray part that looks like the sky, that is the mirage. The refraction event, the Fata Morgana, is blowing across the top right here. Again, this is like so freaking weird. Like, you don't see the sky mirage blowing as much. You see this part here. But that's where, here's Gina. She's not down here being brought up. She's up here, and that means that the true horizon is right there. Okay? I mean, look how fast that's moving. That is insane. That has got to be something electromagnetic. It has to be. Feel free to say anything if you feel like you're looking at something and I'm not pointing it out. Look how active it is right above Gina too. See how she's changing shape here? Alright, so going back again, you've got the wispiness up there. Here it is up there. There it is right there. See that? Okay, now there's nothing here. There's nothing here, right? This looks like the horizon. Alright, so now, this is Anacapa Island, okay? This is the top of the island. The lighthouse is right here. There's a shit ton of refraction going on because it's flattened out this island, pretty much. And so all of the activity is going to be right here, right? So if we're looking over here, we're going to think that this is the horizon. So if this is the horizon, you're going to have to say that this is being stretched up, right? Now watch and see what happens right here. The Anacapa Arch is right here. The Anacapa Arch is a 40-foot natural stone arch right off the southern tip of the Anacapa Island. See it start to develop right here? So it looks like it's going to be floating in the sky. And again, this whole area right here, this is the band. From right here to right here is the band. You can see the difference in the tone. And it's always in that same area, right all the way across. It has the same altitude all the way across. Okay, you can see the arch now developing at the very top. But that gives you the impression it's a superior mirage because it's floating apparently in the sky. However, that's not the sky that's below it. That's the mirage. All right, here's another one. This is a major. I'm gonna get my image out of here real quick. Okay. So here we've got a crazy Fata Morgana. The arch is actually right here at the top. This part right here, that's the inversion, and then there's a reversion down here. The physical is up here at the top. Inversion, reversion. Okay. The lighthouse is up here, and all of the refraction is happening below this line, from here down. Okay? So you can even see right here that the water line developed. See how it developed right there? It wasn't there before, and now it stretches across. And then you can see at the horizon right here the dynamic energy that's blowing now to the south. When we were looking at the previous purple and lavender video, it was blowing to the north. Alright. Okay, I'm going to stop it right here because you can see all three. Right? There's the eye of the arch right here. This is the physical. This is the inverted, and then the third image is right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. But it's going from the top down. And then you can even see the horizon, the water line right here. This is the shoreline of the island. That's the shoreline of the island all the way across. Now you can start to see the lighthouse. The lighthouse is right here. There's the lighthouse, and this is the maintenance house right here. Now, if this were a standard inferior mirage, it would not be changing this drastically. Alright, now here's a sped up version. But you can still see 3 images over here to the to the left. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. And then you can see the lighthouse going through a lot of changes up here as well. But again, the misinterpretation is it looks like there's sky below the target, so they think that this is the superior mirage. That is incorrect. This is a 3-image inferior mirage. The physical is up here. This is not the physical down here, and that's how it's going to be interpreted. What's up, Captain? Alright, so there you can see again, my point right here is that right here it's showing us where the true water line is. This is showing you where the true water line is, up here. True water line up here. That apparent sky right here, that is the mirage. That is mirage. All of this in that area below this line, that is all mirage until you get to the water. It's 20 miles to the island, Agave. Alright, so again, that space beneath the space between the dark bands, that is a miraged sky. This is a mirage sky. The water level is really up here. And that's right where Gina would be on the water. There it is again. And that's right where the arch is, right there. The arch is right here. So what I might do just real quick, just to refresh our memory on what Jesse did for us in this discussion. Okay, if you remember what Jesse did for us, okay, this is the compressed target, inverted, reverted, vertical target. This is a mirage. This that looks crystal clear, nice and large, nice and crisp, this is not real. The real is up here. Okay? So that's what we're looking at in these images over the ocean right now. This is always the way a mirage works. This is always the way a mirage works. All mirages are inferior mirages. The only time you're going to get a Fata Morgana is when there's a dynamic system. And I don't know what the quantification of that is at the moment, but normally the inferior mirage is just 2 images. When you have the third image, the intensity is such that the angle becomes very obtuse. You have to have a very obtuse angle in order to get the third image. Okay. So now this is a different part of the island, but you can still see right here, this is where the horizon, this is where the actual water line is. Down here, you've got the inversion of the lesser than and greater than. Okay, this is going to tell you that this is a mirage. Whenever you see, it really depends on the shape of the target, but typically when you see an inversion here like this, that is a big clue that it's an inferior mirage. Okay, now just some quick images here. This is going to be, in my opinion, an inferior mirage, complicated, or complex rather. Oops. Oh, I thought I had 3 images there. Oh, there they are. I'll just let it play. Alright, there's a compressed target as opposed to the first one, and here we can clearly see compression here at the top. This big space right here is an inversion, and then it's reverted down here again. This is at least 3 different images. The physical, an inverted or reverted, and possibly 4. This could be possibly 4 different images right here. Okay, so now this is a very well-known image on my channel. Right now we've got that smoke monster here at the top that we've been seeing. We've got this massive space here. Look how obtuse this angle is, right? This is apparently where the water ends. Then what's this going on? Like, what is that? Is that pollution? We'll get back to that in a second. Okay, you see how it's breaking up here? You see how it's breaking up right here? This is where all the energy is. This looks like it's sky. This is not sky. All of this in here, that is not sky. Not sky. This is not the horizon. Alright, now we're gonna see this part develop, and it's gonna close off. It's gonna wipe out the sky, and it's gonna become a solid blue unified image. Okay, you see how now there's the horizon is broken up right there. See how there's a break right there? So then you see this, you think that this is a superior mirage up here. It's not. It's an inferior mirage. See again how dynamic it is where it's happening up at the top. And again, if you see how you can see the waves here, waves, you can see birds, but as soon as you get back here to a deeper lens, it gets washed out. So think about this, like how far is this distance from the bottom of the frame to here? Let's just say it's a mile, okay? So now this area of space gets compressed here. Let's say that this is 3 miles. That blue band right here, because of the compression, that could be 3 miles. This dark blue band could be 3 times as far as this part because of perspective compression or foreshortening. Okay, we're looking over distance this whole way. Over here you can see the over here you can see the water merging together. So now, before, when we first saw this, this band was not as thick. You saw a lot more of the legs here. Okay, so this is the water. This is the water. And this is the water. How can this be water and this be water? What about this? This is the mirage. Alright, so now that sky mirage is completely gone. All you have is water the whole way. And now the legs are gone. And from here to here is where the legs used to be. See, you can even see the band right there. That's the space. This space right here is where the sky used to be. The sky, water. A few minutes ago, this was all sky. This was all sky. This was all sky, and then we had the legs here in an inferior mirage. Okay? This is where the horizon is, right here. So let's see, what do I want to do with this real quick? Try to wrap this up because I'm extremely tired and I need to go to bed because I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning. Oops, not that beginning. It's only the beginning. Right. Right here, okay. All right, so for what it's worth, I'm gonna try to. Okay, I'm going to have to think about this image of the ship with the image of the oil platform, okay? Just like this is the top of the oil platform, this is the top of the boat. Just like this is the inverted part, inverted, there's the inverted. The revert is going to be down here, but we don't have enough refraction to give us all three. We could, and if we did, this part would be down here in this area. If what was happening here was happening down here, we would have all three images. Okay? Right here is where the physical boat is. Right here is where the physical platform is. So what I'm going to show you right now is another fun little trick with this image here. Watch how my camera is stable. Watch the position of the oil platform change. See how it's dropping? That is the aether band adjusting the lenses of the air. See how that? My camera was steady that whole time. Look at that drop. Look at that drop. Look at that drop. Now I didn't get to, let's see, okay, I'll just finish out real quick. What was I thinking? What am I trying to find out right here? Okay. I always forget where I put stuff. And I have to keep searching for it. Okay. What is this called? So here we have this freighter coming up on the oil platform. Okay, so even right here we've got something wonky happening right here, but the entire, listen to me very carefully, the entire freighter is up here. Everything down here is mirage. All of this is mirage. We've got a break right here, and then you're going to see the thin line of the sky beneath the freighter as it comes across. Watch right here. You see that? That's the sky. You see the sky right there? Right there. You see that? So technically, this ship is floating in the air. Okay? But the entire ship is up here. This is the vanishing line. This is an inversion. This is a reversion. This top part right here, that top part right here, is this part right here. This is an entire inferior mirage right here. See all of the activity in here? Right there. Okay, you can see the control deck up here, and there it is right down here. It's basically moving through, right? So look, it's going to come out over here, right? This is going to come out over here, but this looks like it's just sky. This looks like it's just sky, but the proof is going to be in the pudding. This ship is going to move through the refractive band. Therefore, there is refraction happening here, just waiting for a target to move through it. Okay, but this down here is not sky. That is not sky. The sky stops right here. Right there. Now, I am currently of the mind. I don't even know. I don't know what this is. I don't know why there's this unicorn extension here. Like, the ship is all right here, but we've got this projection here. I have no idea. I don't know why that's happening. Neither does Andrew Thomas Young. I showed him this footage. He says I've never seen that before, so he doesn't even know. So you can clearly see the sky right here, right? That's all up here. Everything right, the sky, this is that down there. This is the inversion of the physical up here. I only had one camera at this point in my experience, and so I stopped filming the freighter and went back to the platform in a minute. All mirages are inferior mirages. Again, just going to wrap up with Jesse's demonstration here. Okay. Right here. Okay. Finish up here. All mirages are inferior mirages. Thanks, Jesse. Okay? Physical, inverted, reverted, vertical. This is not the physical target. The physical target is up here. There are no superior mirages. This would be classified as a superior mirage if it were out on the ocean. If someone saw something like this out on the ocean, they would think this was the physical and all the shenanigans up here was the mirage. Incorrect. Incorrect. There are no superior mirages. All mirages are inferior. Thanks so much for being another part of an exciting adventure of the Plain Truth. I have been your host, Travis Finley. Agave, thanks so much for being here, Captain Caveman. Anybody else who's out there who didn't say hello, thanks for being here. Make sure you share, like,